Hi guys, this is Seven Figures Toys. Today we're going to do a review of the Hot Toys Marty McFly Back to the Future figure, the MMS257 Standard Edition. There is a limited edition, or a special edition, you could call it, that comes with the electric guitar used in a high school scene. For this one today we're just going to do the standard pack, which comes with your skateboard, the backpack, 3 sets of hands, open and closed fists, the camcorder, Casio calculator watch, the Sony Walkman, and a pair of Ray-Ban sunglasses. So while we're painting, you can actually just have a quick look at Michael J. Fox's likeness, which is pretty good. The actual detailing in the eyes, the skin tone, and the facial expression works for a lot of the poses, so pretty happy with that. That came out. What we're going to do is just the accessories. So as you know, there was the scene with the clock tower leaflet, which was left by the professor, or the doctor. So we'll just go to a screen grab of that quickly. So the actual detailing and the little image there is pretty cool. I've seen some people actually print their own almanac as well. Next up is a Walkman, the Sony cassette player, if you know that from the 80s, 90s. Big item, and the headphones. Also have the Ray-Ban sunglasses with the little mirror finish. Next up is the backpack. So that's actually the one that you can throw over his shoulder if you want to put it in a pose. Pretty good. The actual blocks at the back are tied together, so you might need an X-Acto knife or something to undo those, because it won't actually go over both arms. So it's fixed. So if you want to adjust that, then yeah. Next up is the nameplate. It actually comes with the movie logo and Marty's name, which is a nice touch. And it comes with a standard waist-banded strap, which just clicks into the base. Nothing major. So actually coming back to the figure, you can see the likeness to Michael J. Fox. The actual detailing is pretty good. I mean, that's what you expect from Hot Toys. Glossiness in the eyes. Other thing is about the hairstyling is good, but just with Hot Toys, in the female figures actually put in hair follicles, and the men, they sculpt them. So why they mix and match, I don't know. But I mean, the figure looks good, but it's just something for Hot Toys to think about next time they do a figure. Detailing on the clothing's pretty good. You got actual 3 badges. So you got the guitar symbol, the Art in Revolution, and the little tricky style badge. Actual material, the jean jacket and everything's pretty sweet. I've seen some other figures where the stitching and the size isn't too good. See, the only complaint about this one is actual belt buckle's a little grandpa high, which is a bit weird, considering most people have it on their navel, so it should have stopped maybe another inch down. So besides that, I mean, quality and actual fit's pretty damn good. Puffy jacket's good. It sits a little high up on the shoulders, but other than that, no, this figure's pretty poseable, pretty sweet. Alright, so with the figure build, I mean, the actual articulation in the ankles, the wrists and everything's pretty good. One thing I just noticed is the actual arm. Because of the jean jacket, or I'm not sure why it's sort of restricted, because it should have the ball joint, but you can even actually go up 90 degrees, which is, you know, a bit weird, because if you have the camera, you can't actually really bring it to his face, you have to rely on the wrist, but then it angles down, so there'll be no shot where you can actually really get it so that it's teed up. with his eye. Like, it lines up with his face, which is cool. So, I mean, maybe if we took off the jean jacket and everything, but then it breaks up how it looked in the movie. So that's something to take note of. I mean, the good thing is that because it's actually a cotton material, you won't rip it like, you know, the Spider-Man or the some of the other figures that have those sort of vinyl clothing on them. The buttons don't actually work. I have heard that people have knocked these off, so be careful with those. Let's take this one off for a sec. So even without the jacket, the actual articulation on the shoulders is still the same. I mean, I've got the actual hook up the back there, so it shouldn't interfere with that, which is cool. Loops around. They've actually added, you can see the extended area, so that if he wants to do a b-boy pose, you could say, like cross his actual shoulders, it works fine, and then the jacket doesn't restrict his wrist, it just expands. Posability of the head. Glossiness of the eyes is insane if you can actually make that out. Pretty cool. So what I was saying about the wristwatch, because it's actually enclosed, so it's actually a closed loop, in order to actually get it on his the figure, you need to pop out the wrist. Where am I going? You need to pop out the wrist and then drop it on before you actually lock it in the figure. So that won't come off. I mean, that's secure. I mean, as long as the wrist is in there, he's got the time. It does wobble around a bit. I mean, it's a bit loose, but you know, it's enough to actually get a good pose out of that. So what I've done now is actually changed in clenched fist, if you can see that. So just drop in the bag. And then that actually hooks up. The thumb should go into the actual tag up here, so I'm guessing that's why they didn't undo those bits. And then with the camera, same thing, it's got the strap here, so I mean there's another hand that goes better with it. The actual clenched sort of fist one here. You can see that. Yeah, there we go. So it's sort of like a semi-relaxed hand. I mean that slides in pretty well on the camera bit. Just that little distance. Yeah. So this is a relaxed hand, and that actually fits well in that there. And then the thumb, what it does is actually rest underneath the camera. So, you know, it does a job. It just holds it a bit weirdly against the McFly figure. So in the standard actual relaxed hand, the factory default one, goes in the same. Camera just goes in through the strap and then just keep the thumb down the back, and then that holds it pretty well. So that pretty much wraps up the McFly Back to the Future figure. I'm guessing that, you know, Back to the Future 2 and 3, that they should come up with the more DeLoreans. They've already released images on the Hot Toys when they do the exhibitions on the foldable wheels for the DeLorean in the second season, the second movie, rather. So I'm pretty sure that, you know, you can actually get those pumps that he picks up in part 2 in the actual hoverboard, which are pretty sweet, because I mean the standard skateboard you can pretty much get from any kid's toy thing. So what I might actually do is custom that, because it wouldn't be hard just to print, you know, the fluoro layers and then cut up a bit of board and make your own custom hoverboard. So that's not a biggie. Ray-Bans, so to get them on. He has no ears to actually stick them on, so I don't know. I guess he's not supposed to wear them unless he wants to look like a douche, which is, you know, hey, it's the 80s, let's do it. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't recommend that. I don't know where the hell you're going to put those, seriously. I have heard that you can actually, with the Walkman, it actually can tuck into his pocket in the front here. Sorry, my hand's in the way. So it actually has a front here, so you can actually tuck in the pocket and then extend those around his head. I'd be a bit careful with those because I don't think there's a lot of stretch in them. So goes in, around, and drop it in. So that's a full kit now with the actual video camera, headphones, the wire. You can actually form it, but I don't know. There's nowhere to really hide it. I mean, you have to tuck it under your shirt. Kind of works. Backpack. Yeah, the clock watch. Zips on the backpack should work. Don't see why not. I normally do in Hot Toys, but I don't know what you're going to stuff in here. Yeah, anyway. The zip does work, but it's just a little tricky to move. So that's Marty McFly MMS257. Thanks for watching.